What's up, family friends? Your boy Ron Hawk.
I'm my boy D.
And the real dope boy.
And together we make up Unit
40.
Sports Talk, man. We back again. Another hot episode, episode 7. We're 2 episodes away from our season finale. But before we get into that, drummer boy D, tell them where they can find us on Instagram.
Check us out at Unit 44 Podcast. Make sure y'all check out our link tree.
Dope boy, tell them where they can find us on Facebook.
And y'all go right there on Facebook at Unit 44 Sports Talk. Y'all like our page and share it.
And don't forget to check us out on YouTube as well, Unit 44 Sports Talk. Like, comment, subscribe, run those numbers up, man. Before we get into what we're talking about as well, we do want to say last week's episode, the video, man, for whatever reason, it got completely erased, completely deleted. So if you're looking for last week's episode, check us out on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you get your podcasts. Check out our link tree. You can see all the ways to go back and listen to last week's episode. There is no video for last week's episode, but we still have it up. You can listen by audio. So, man, we got some breaking news to get into before we get into our big topics that we already had planned. Last season, LaMarcus Aldridge retired from an irregular heartbeat, but after getting some medical confirmation, he's looking at returning this season. He still has to pass some exams with the NBA team, but other professional doctors have cleared him to play. Obviously, we're happy about that. Congratulations. So, Drummer Boy D, who you think could use LaMarcus Aldridge?
Nobody.
Okay.
Honestly, I mean, his time is up. You know, I get people. Well, let me say this: he could still play. People should probably still choose him. But as for being an asset to a team, no. I think he should just play because he love the game. You know what I'm saying? Or call Ice Cube. Simple.
Big 3?
I mean, if you just want to play, because nobody can really use him, because I mean, even though he's been clear, what if this happens again? You know what I'm saying? Like issues like that, it'll be safe for you to just chill out. You know what I'm saying? Go and retire and let it go. You know, he had a good career. He had a good little run.
Right.
Don't force stuff on yourself. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I don't think nobody could really use him, especially a playoff team. Because what can you really do that's gonna guarantee us that you're gonna be good? You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Like
right.
that's just my own thing. Think about yourself before that the game of basketball. That's how I feel about it.
Dope boy?
That's for real. I agree too. Well, at first, I didn't, but when he spoke on it, I agree because you know, your health come first, man. You know, you could possibly in your whole life playing that game. You know, somebody could just bump you in your chest could be like, occur some article or another blood clot or something like that. You know what I'm saying? But and then the game started. Then you constantly running,
Right.
and LaMarcus Aldridge isn't a runner. He like a balancer. Space the floor out, pass about like a pop. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like he said, you can go to Ice Cube. Or play as a role player. Ride the bench. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, he wouldn't be a good asset or a big 3 or somebody like he could what you call it, like a
Take your time.
like a hold on, like basically what I'm saying is like people ain't gotta worry about him. You know what I'm saying?
Right. He would be a
He'd
fan.
be a decoy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
decoy.
Yeah.
Good choice of words.
Okay. Me personally, and so y'all, this is on the spot. None of us prepared for this topic. So we don't know all the details about his medical and being cleared. We don't know all the details. But for me personally, I would say go back to like a Brooklyn, where he retired from. Either Brooklyn or I'll say Portland. Reason I say go back to Portland, which is where he started. Brooklyn and Portland are not 2 teams that are gonna get out on a run a lot.
Right.
They're gonna have a lot of half-court sets. You know what I'm saying? So I think he would fit well as a shooting big for Brooklyn or Portland. So I would say one of those 2 teams. Just get back in the flow of things. Like I said, health is always our top priority for anybody.
Right.
And so as details come out, we'll we can have this discussion again. Maybe they'll come up with some teams if it really checks out that he's really, really, really healthy. But yeah, for right now, looking at the landscape, just kind of skimming, I'm thinking Brooklyn or Portland would be like a good team. At first, I was thinking Phoenix, but Phoenix do run probably.
They run more.
Phoenix runs a little bit.
Definitely.
Yeah, Phoenix runs a little bit. So no, not Phoenix. So Portland or Brooklyn. Go back to either one of those two teams. Right? So, but to our planned topics, the biggest news out of NBA free agency is the Los Angeles Lakers traded for Russell Westbrook. They gave away Kyle Kuzma, KCP, Contavious Caldwell-Pope, and Montrezl Harrell, and I think some picks or something for Russell Westbrook. And in less than 2 days, they signed 8 more people, including Dwight Howard, Carmelo Anthony, Kendrick Nunn, and a whole bunch more people. So Wayne Ellington, Trevor Ariza.
Yeah.
I mean, less than 2
2
days.
They got that PPP. They got that PPP loan,
2
man.
days. And so when the NBA season kicks off, it is official. This will be the oldest team in NBA history. In 75 years, the Lakers will have the oldest team in NBA history. Doughboy, what you think about all this stuff the Lakers did?
I didn't know about the other people being signed, but with Russell Westbrook getting signed, I hate that. I hate the fact that they signed Russell Westbrook because Russell Westbrook and LeBron James kind of play the same game. They gotta have the ball in their hand to be a good asset to the team. None of them not good 3-pointer shooters, so whenever Russell Westbrook getting double teamed, he can't kick it back out to LeBron for an open 3, or vice versa. AD have his good game where he's shooting good, and he have his game where he's not. Right. So to me that's not a good pickup from the free agency. I see that they signed Carmelo Anthony. Mm-hmm. Carmelo Anthony loves the ball. You know what I'm saying? Give him in the post, don't expect to get the ball back. Just get the rebound or go back to the other side of the court. But I mean, hey, Carmelo Anthony, he getting old. So I guess he's just trying to get on a team where he could win a ring. But what the other dudes getting signed, well, I'll just have to see how it turns out. Trevor Ariza, he played for the Lakers once before. He did okay. And Kendrick Nunn, he's straight. Yeah. So we'll have to see, but I don't like the fact that they got Russell Westbrook.
The only thing that I could really say, a couple things. First of all, that team on paper looks good. They do. They bring playoff and championship experience. Like Doughboy said, age, man. Like LeBron already got thousands of miles on his body. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Melo have thousands of miles on his body from injuries. You know what I'm saying? And being out for a while. You know what I'm saying? Out of shape, all that kind of stuff. AD is injury prone now, as you can see. Westbrook can be injury prone sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Trevor Ariza is old. He's not that same aggressive defender like he used to be. You know what I'm saying? Dwight Howard, I don't know. Like, of course, he ain't the Magic's Dwight Howard, but he was all right. You know, he was all right. You know what I'm saying? Yes, but can he be that star big man again? I doubt it. LeBron and Westbrook, I don't see them coexisting. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe Westbrook is gonna play off the ball like he did with Houston. You know what I'm saying? Because he played off the ball, but I don't want to see how long that's gonna work. You know, like he's a stat stuffer. Right. I don't care what nobody says. He loves to stuff the stats. That's what he's known for. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what he made his career off of. So I don't know. I don't see that looking too good. You know, everybody else, non-factors. Wayne Ellington, I ain't heard from you in years. I mean, like since Kobe was with the Lakers. That's the last time I heard of him with a team.
Yeah, I don't know where he come from.
That's
I
the
don't
last.
know who he was with.
That's the last time I heard of him. He was with the Lakers. Last time I heard that was when Kobe retired, 15, 16. When he got that last injury, ACL. I mean that ACL. I mean not ACL.
Don't make me story. I don't remember
So
what year it was.
about 15, 16 years. 2015, 2016. So around that time was when the last time we see him. I don't see the Lakers make. They gonna make a good run. I don't see them winning the championship.
For one thing, they gonna.
If they do, kudos. I want Melo to win one, but I don't see they too old, bro. Too old in injuries.
A lot of people gonna get injured on that team, and I hate to see it. You know.
Facts.
Yeah, that's basically where I was going with it when talking about this Lakers team. Like I said, man, they're old, and you know, I mean, they can still play.
Yeah,
Don't get me
I'm not
wrong.
saying that.
Their games are still unmatched, but AD, since he first came in the league, his rookie year has been injury prone. We saw that last year. LeBron is finally starting to slow down because you finally seeing injuries keep him out of games. At first, you know, injuries wasn't nothing for LeBron. LeBron wasn't getting injured like talking about last 2 seasons, 3 seasons.
Since he's been with the Lakers.
Since he's been with the Lakers, those injuries, Father Time is catching up with him.
I'm about to say that.
Whether y'all want to admit it or not. Westbrook, same thing. Westbrook getting older. Little small injuries are nagging him. And I just don't like the spacing on this team. I really don't. Looking at the roster, what lineup? I don't even know how they would line it up. You know what I'm saying? They're talking AD playing the 5 and Bron playing the 4. From day one when AD said he was gonna play with the Lakers, he said he did not want to play center.
Right.
He's not comfortable playing the 5.
Right.
So you're gonna make AD first of all uncomfortable playing the position that he don't want to play. That's a problem right there. Yeah, he gonna in the meeting with Russell Westbrook. Yeah, he gonna tell him, hey, I'm okay with playing. Yeah, he gonna tell him that to get him there. But you're uncomfortable playing that position.
And it's gonna show.
It's gonna show. You know what I'm saying? And so how else do you fill out that lineup? Do you start Ariza? Ariza's old. He's not the shooter. The 3-point shooter he once was. He's not the defender he once was. Melo. I don't like Melo in that starting lineup. Maybe off the bench. So who you going to at your 3? At your 2, Wayne Ellington as your starter.
2, 3, and 5, you have no position. No, really, 2 and 5, you have no position because AD don't want to play the 5. So if he had to fold LeBron at the 3, you don't want to start Dwight out because that's your best center. You know what I'm saying? You don't. Of course, you ain't gonna start Melo because you need some shooting off the bench.
You ain't gonna start Marcus All either. So.
Exactly. But that's what I would do.
We'll start Mark.
Yeah, I mean, no, because honestly, and that's not. They have too many big men, too many dominant big men. Like, as old as he is, Marcus All needs the ball in his hand. He's a playmaker. He's a big man playmaker. You know what I'm saying? Like, he still can ball.
But depending on the matchup, you can't even play Gasol.
That's
what happened in the playoffs.
Yeah. Dwayne Howard, in order for him to be effective, if they play him right and you know, really gang up on him as in rebounding, he won't be effective. You know what I'm saying? Like, it look good on paper.
Right.
When it's time to strategize stuff like that, Frank Vogel gonna become coach of the year if he can make this team work. Because if he make this team work and look good, he really coach of the year. Because I don't see the lineups, man. You know,
yeah, that's
the lineups look hard. First, Wayne Ellington is the only shooting guard unless you start the Tucker boy, which I personally like.
Yeah,
you know, I like the dude. He can play. But still, no, I wouldn't start him. You know what I'm saying? Because that's more off the bench.
He got a better 3-pointer, like his 3-pointer form. He got better.
He could shoot, and he could attack the goal. You know what I'm saying? He
I look at him as a 1.
Yeah, he more of a playmaker.
Right.
Than me.
He brings some off the bench.
So yeah, that.
Making that line.
And I'm a Lakers fan. For those of you that don't know, I'm a pure Lakers fan from day one, and I don't know about this team. Oh, now will they win games? Yeah, they gonna win some games in the regular season. I hear people saying number 1 seed and all that. I don't see that. Maybe 4, 5, 6 range. But
One because they're gonna have to play the load management game. They're gonna have to. You got all them stars, and you expect to make it through 82 games plus the playoffs in the finals. They probably ain't gonna let them. Your whole starting lineup is over 30.
Yeah.
Which means their body is like 40, 50 years old. You know what I'm saying? In NBA time, your body is like 50. You know what I'm saying? Like, and all of them have playoff long tenure runs, maybe except AD. AD has the least amount of playoff, time. But Westbrook, Melo, LeBron, Dwight, Mark, all of them have years. You know what I'm saying? Of playoff stuff on their back, so they're gonna play a big factor in that, bro. Even the reason, you know what I'm saying? So,
I don't know, man.
I wish some luck. I mean,
All right,
Man, I hope they win, but
they may. Like I said, they.
a lot of young cats coming in this league too, bro.
Yeah, they gonna be a problem sooner than later. But yeah, that's our Lakers piece. I think we all agree that this is an old team. We're not as excited about it as everybody else. Do we hope they prove us wrong? Sure, prove us
play
wrong.
with them on 2K22.
Play with them.
Yeah, play with them.
Oh
We
yeah.
definitely got to play
I
against
know
them.
we got.
Yeah,
I was about to say we got to play against them though.
We definitely gotta play against
We gotta
them
play
too.
against them.
That'll look
Smash.
good. It'll be fun to look good on the game.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But
2K22 gonna be lit.
Yeah.
It's gonna be lit. But yeah, so y'all good on that?
yeah.
Cool. Next topic, man. That light-skinned brother out of Golden State, Stephen Curry, signs a 4 or 5 year deal for $215 million.
He retired after that.
Bruh.
These nigga hang it up.
Half of that'll be all right for me.
Hang it up. I saw the breakdown, bro. I'm at the find it, bro, because they broke down his contract into
Oh yeah,
I
these
did-
seconds and
games
hours.
and minutes and all that.
It was I remember for sure it was like $13,000 per NBA
For
minute.
NBA
I don't
minute,
remember that much about it.
right.
Man, that don't
Yeah,
make no
bro.
sense, bro.
It's like 30,000 per game or something like that, maybe.
I think it's 360. Was it 365,000? Or it might be 30,000. One of the two,
I
but
don't know.
man, it is crazy. This is his second $200 million contract. $200 million contract. He's the only player in NBA history to have two of them. That's $400 million, man. That this man is cleared just off his basketball stuff, not off the other
It's too
endorsements.
much money, man.
Bruh, half of this contract would be all right with me.
10% of that contract will be all right with you.
These niggas
Bruh.
sign me after my 4 years up. I'm done. I'm hanging it up. I'm
Man,
gonna go to the big three and just shoot.
why not, bro?
I'll make Ice Cube create a six shot up.
Man,
6
personally,
points, that's what
if
it
they
is.
gonna keep throwing this money out there,
Well,
4
true,
years,
true.
let me see what else they gonna give.
let me tell you why.
Maybe they
because-
go 300.
Let me tell you why. Because he's the face of that franchise. Like
Oh, yeah.
every great player that came through that, he turned it around.
Yeah.
He first of all, you reinvented the game to another level, shooting it the way you shoot it. But then 14 and 15, you literally carried the team. You know what I'm saying? He should have been MVP at 15. Point blank period. But even with KD, nigga, you were the most feared on that team. You know what I'm saying? Like they knew KD was gonna do him, but he was still that we gotta shut Steph down. You know what I'm saying?
That's fine.
And even from that point on, he's like even by himself, he's feared, bro. You know what I'm saying? So they ain't gonna never trade that man, was it?
How many times Steph almost whooped us when we were playing 2K?
Oh man, how many 50-point games nigga dropped on Junior?
God, dropped on me, man. Chill out.
That nigga
Steph
dropped
ain't never dropped 50 on me. Chill out,
Junior.
Steph ain't never dropped 50 on me.
Hey, bro.
He might have dropped 40. He might have dropped 40.
I remember Drew
Hey, but if he
said-
dropped 40, you know I dropped
it.
at least 30, 35.
I'm not taking
back
that
on
from
him.
you. And that's not
With
saying
the dub.
that's not
You know what I'm
saying
saying?
that's not saying
Yeah,
you
I'm not-
didn't-
I
that's not saying you
just-
didn't
I
do your
just like
part.
do it.
But
Yeah.
who can't stop him though? That's all I'm saying.
No.
That's all I'm saying. But like that dude, that bro, they ain't gonna never trade him. He could ask for a trade now. They'll probably sue that man before they let him go. Real talk. That's how great that man is for the team. So well deserved, bro. He deserve all the money he get because like
Oh, yeah.
he can go any way he wants to, and I bet people want him. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, he face when you go to Oakland, Oakland, right?
Mm.
Yeah, when you go to Oakland, it's Steph Curry lane, sit it down. So he deserved that money, man.
Yes, sure. Congratulations, Steph.
Get along, man.
You and me both.
I won't be a sugar daddy.
What?
Wait.
What?
On that note, that's a good time for us to take a break. Cause I don't know what this man is talking about. So check this, man. We're gonna take a quick break
Money is money.
and we'll see y'all.
I just play.
We'll see y'all on the other side, man.
I just play.
If you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me explain. It's free. There are creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. Anchor will distribute your podcast for you so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. You can make more money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. Now back to the show. What's up, fam? We're back from our short break. We got a lot more to get into. Man, just to be honest, as we were just sitting there talking between breaks, we just realized we got a whole lot to talk about that we forgot about.
Right.
So we ain't gonna waste no more time. We're just gonna jump into it. Kemba Walker has been bought out, by the Oklahoma City Thunders, and he is now signing with the New York Knicks. What you think about that move, though, boy?
It's a good move. The New York Knicks needed like a fire point guard. Kemba Walker could bring that. Kemba Walker could shoot threes. He could attack the goal, get to the free throw line, and he clutch. I believe him and Julius Randle would be a good asset on the pick and roll. They also got R.J. Barrett. You know, he has a good 3-point shooting. He can also play the 1-2. So,
You talking good, like.
I always talk good. What you mean?
No, I'm just saying, but like you know, nigga made sense just now. You know what I'm saying?
I always make sense.
He
What
made
you
some
mean?
good points.
Oh, okay, my bad.
True, boy.
My question is, how do you play him and Derrick Rose together?
Derrick Rose might have come off the bench.
So yeah,
He came off the bench last season.
Okay, see, I didn't know that. Okay,
Yeah.
okay, well, I keep it that way after that. They did good this year. I think they can go. If Kemba Walker play like Charlotte Kemba Walker, man, we don't need Boston Kemba Walker, man. If he play like Charlotte Kemba Walker, they'll get back to the playoffs for sure.
Right.
Number 4, 5 seed. You know what I'm saying? They young, and they could, you know, with him bringing his experience along with Derrick Rose off the bench experiences like that, Julius Randle coming into himself, they gonna go somewhere.
Yeah, I like the move too. Just kind of piggyback off what you said. I think in Boston, he couldn't be himself, and not because they were restricting him, but when Jason Tatum is your best player, and on that Boston team, Jaylen Brown is the second best player. You know what I'm saying? He had to take a back seat. He was uncomfortable. Yeah, you know, you were going into their territory. It was already their team.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So he couldn't be himself. Now going to a New York team where you're really gonna be the man. You know, Julius Randle, of course. You know, he's a stud. You know, he is who he is. But I think this would be considered Kemba Walker's team,
right?
Kind of like we saw in Charlotte. So I think he'll have a career resurgence. Big
word alert. Resurgence.
have a better season with the Knicks than he had with Boston. So I like the pickup. That's cool. And then they brought back most of their team from last season, which is a plus. Continuity, second big word. Continuity is always.
Nigga reading lips today. Nigga reading the dictionary today, man. What's wrong with you, man? We got big words on this show, man. What's wrong with you, bro? Extra, yeah. Hey, sidebar, when 2K22 come out?
Should have been
September, October.
Okay. All right. I'm sorry. Get back to it.
I don't know what I'm saying, but yeah, you know, being together for a good while, you know, that helps. So I think they're gonna be good. To be honest though, I still don't see them getting out the first round. But you know, They'll
Who?
still be a good regular season team.
I don't
Yeah, that's
know.
the first
'Cause if
one.
they meet up with the Hawks again, they might beat the Hawks.
Trey a bad man. Trey is a
Man,
bad
I'm just
baller.
saying, I don't know.
If
He
Kemba
just
Walker
They got their
beat
team
that
together.
shot, I feel like they could beat the Atlanta Hawks.
No,
I'm telling you.
no.
I think so.
I believe.
It'll be a good series again. I would love to see it again.
I got money on Nick.
Just cause Trey made
I ain't got money, but
Trey made the Knicks fans mad, with some of the antics he pulled off. Another big word.
right now.
Hey, chill out, dog. It's Unit 44, not Unit.
Let it go.
Yeah, there we go. All right, clear. I don't know. First round,
Unity.
maybe second round, but I'm gonna stick with the first round team. They gonna be out in the first round. Just my deal. Next topic of business, man. Chris Paul has signed a 4-year deal with the Phoenix Suns. Chris Paul is 36, y'all. That means his contract ends when he is 40. And I think it's, if I'm not mistaken, $120 million. 4 years, $120 million. Put him a little over 30 mil, I think, a year. So, wrong move or right move, dude?
I'm sorry. Wrong move. I would have went to the Lakers, got your ring 1 year like Melo. Try your best to get your ring. If you fail with that, don't retire, let it go. You ain't getting no ring in Phoenix. You fought this year. This was your only best year. Everybody stacking up. Y'all ain't the team no more. They still gonna make the playoff,
Right.
but his body ain't gonna let him do it. His body is older than LeBron, and he young. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
His body ain't gonna let him do it. So I wouldn't have signed 4 years. I would have went year by year if possible. You know how they do that type of stuff. I would have went year by year, see what what the roads lead to. But hey, at that age, I'm ring chasing. I don't care what nobody say.
Right.
I'm gonna go where I need to get a ring. Who would have LA would have turned down Chris Paul? I believe they would have got Chris Paul before they got Russell Westbrook. My opinion. I'm ring chasing. In my opinion.
No boy.
Chris
move,
Paul
right
would
move.
have wrong move, cause like he said, he getting older, man. I'm pretty sure Chris want a ring before he retire. You signed a 4-year deal with the Suns. That's wrong. Like get on the winning team, man. Ain't nothing wrong with getting on the winning team. I guess he choosing his loyalty over him wanting a ring. And I can understand that. Like he believed they probably could bring a ring to Phoenix, but man, you 36, You're not young Chris Paul. And so with Drumbar D said,
You call me Dev. My fans know me as Dev.
Okay. Dev. Like he said, I believe Chris Paul would have been a better asset to the Lakers than Westbrook going to the Lakers, because that's a floor general. He vet. He know his role. He can shoot.
There you go.
So-
Perfect, bro. I wouldn't have said no better myself.
I must say, so hear me out. Let me break this down. Let me break this down for y'all. For the Phoenix Suns, right move. You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
You bring back your leader of the team. You bring back that vet, like I said, the floor general, pure point guard, who's been big in DeAndre Ayton's improvement. You want that guy still around as your glue guy. You know what I'm saying? You want a guy like Chris Paul with your young guys, building them up, bringing them along. You know what I'm saying? So I think this was a right move by the Phoenix Suns to give Chris that contract because they need him. It's kind of hard to replace the production he gave last season, man. Last season was one of Chris Paul's best seasons. He was right there in the MVP race. So yeah, you don't for a young team like this, you don't want to lose that. You know what I'm saying? A player of his caliber and the impact, not just on the court but off the court that he's had on all those guys in the locker room. You want to keep that. So that was the right move by Phoenix. Chris Paul's side of things, I guess it depends where he is mentally. If he's at the stage, hey, I'm getting old, I don't know how much longer I'm gonna do this. Let me stack my money to see, stack my money, before I get out of here. I think it was the right move.
Right.
because I don't think he would have got that amount of money anywhere else. You know what I'm saying? So I guess it just depends on where he's at mentally. Now, if he wanted a ring, this was definitely the wrong move going back to Phoenix.
So basically,
I agree
you don't
with
think
that.
it's about ring chasing. You think he's just getting his bread stinking up.
That's what I think. If I had to guess from the outside looking in,
Right.
that's how I
That
feel.
makes sense. That's why I
Because
said.
if you was really going after a ring, yeah, y'all got to the finals, but Chris know. There was some luck that went into that.
Yeah, he was.
You know what I'm saying? AD was hurt with the Lakers. LeBron was limping basically. He wouldn't have hurt. Jamal Murray didn't play for the Nuggets. Kawhi Leonard didn't play for the Clippers. So I mean, if you really look at things,
They still played good, but everybody have luck in the playoffs. So
Right.
just not say that, but say that. It makes sense.
right.
You know what I'm
and,
saying?
and and I guess to your point, okay, Chris, maybe take 1 year deal with Phoenix, run it back for 1 year,
exactly.
see what happens.
Play it smart, man.
Don't work out, then maybe you can go get your last 2-3 years on a championship team.
Go ring chase.
Right. So that's how I
Because
feel.
it's obvious you see he want to play till he 40. So hobble around for a little while. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't just sign your soul over to nobody for 4 years and your future ain't looking bright with them like that. You know what I'm saying?
And the crazy part, Chris is not one of those that's gonna just go in the front office and say, "Hey, I want to be traded."
Right.
He's not one of those kind of. I don't know if that's how it went down in New Orleans, but he's not one of those guys, especially because his relationship with Monty Williams is so close. He probably gonna finish out with Phoenix. He ain't gonna ask for no trade or nothing like that. But like I said, they're gonna have a great team. D Book gonna be a year better. Aiton gonna be a year better. Bridges and Cam Johnson and all those boys, Cam Payne too. All them boys gonna be a year better. So they still gonna be right there in the thick of things come this season, in my opinion.
Right.
They still
Just
be one
not
of the
finals material.
best teams in the West, especially in the regular season. So that's my thoughts on that. Next thing, the Brooklyn Nets have added Patty Mills, a pure shooter from the San Antonio Spurs. Drummer Boy D, how you feel about
I like
them adding?
I like they
Patty
needed
Mills.
a shooter. They needed some toughness because Patty Mills is a dog. He used to playing that European ball, man, where you just no fouls ain't called, basically. You know what I'm saying? So he used to. I think the league is too soft for him now. You know what I'm saying? But they definitely need a shooter. That flow space is gonna be retarded. Now you put him out there with Harden.
Right.
And KD, man, Joe Harris, if he ever get his stuff together, whatever, that nigga can shoot. But yeah, you put him on the floor with that crew, man, hey, it's gonna be some shooting done. That's all I got to say. I always like Patty Mills, even from the Spurs. Like, he played a big part. But and he's a champion. He know what it takes. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's the main thing. He a champion. So he got that DNA in him. So people better watch out for that boy. That's all I got to say.
Dope boy, you feel about that move?
That's a good asset to the team. That take a little off of Kyrie whenever, and also with the Brooklyn coaching staff. Whenever Kyrie and James Harden get their rest, you got Patty Mills that can step up. Playmaker. He make plays. He don't mind tackling blow, and guess what? The nigga is a great shooter. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's a good asset for the Brooklyn Nets.
And to piggyback off what you said, he's not only just a shooter; he can put the ball down and get to the hole. Right? He's a shot maker and shot creator. He's just not a shooter. But I think it was a great pickup. As you said, man, Joe Harris had a great season, but when he got to the playoffs, man couldn't hit a parked car, and that's crazy.
Call, bro.
And so Patty Mills is gonna make up for that, and watch out for that boy Cam Thompson from LSU. Shout out to him. Just got drafted by the Brooklyn Nets.
Don't shout him out. Just college in the league is different. Don't do that.
But I'm saying he a shooter, so
Man.
Joe Harris, watch out. You know what I'm saying? That boy's a scorer.
Number 25.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He
Yeah.
got
What?
the last nigga that came to LSU that went 25. Come on, man. Come on. Hey, you ain't making this man fun, bro. Come on, man. Come on.
He's not gonna wear. We don't know if he's wearing 25 in the
If you
league.
wear 25 in the league, bust. Go ahead and call it.
No,
You can call it. Hey,
No.
you can call it.
no, bro.
Bust.
No, bro. While we talking about LSU, shout out to Javonte Smart as well.
Hey,
He got signed by the Miami Heat.
That's what's his name, brother?
He played last night.
Marcus Smart, brother?
Mm-mm.
Oh,
He from LSU. He from here. He from Louisiana.
from down here?
Scotland. Scotland.
I gotta tell y'all something too.
Yeah, he
All
played.
cam?
Yeah, I said,
Alright.
He played last night for the Miami Heat for their summer league team.
He balled up.
Hope you make the roster. And we also got in Portland Trendon Watford. So LSU had a decent had 3 players.
Decent until you show off.
I mean, we don't see what they do, you know what I'm
Got
saying?
to show
But
off.
you know, shout out to them LSU boys, you know. So yeah, I think we're gonna take us another quick break, fellas. Get our thoughts together for these last topics. We got some more heat to talk about. That kind of went together, huh?
Yeah,
You see what happened there?
You got some heat to go with the heat.
So look, yeah, man, come on, Bark 1K, man. We're gonna take one more break, and we'll see you guys on the other side of this break, man.
Get up.
If you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me explain. It's free. There are creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. Anchor will distribute your podcast for you so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. You can make more money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. Now back to the show.
What's up, 44 Nation, man? We are back from our
44
break.
Nation.
Yeah, that's y'all new nickname alert for our followers, our fans. We call y'all 44 Nation. So 44 Nation, that's our hashtag for y'all. So when y'all supporting and putting the video and all that stuff, hashtag 44 Nation.
I like 44s.
Who?
Like 49ers, 44s.
I started to cut this video and start over because man, you ruined a good moment.
Let go.
A good moment.
My bad.
But we gonna carry it through. We gonna push through it. We gonna leave that little blooper in there for y'all. How about
Luke,
that?
I was dead serious, nigga.
Oh, you serious?
Yeah, like,
Oh, you serious?
I was dead serious.
All right, so y'all are 44 Nation, not 44s. 44 Nation. So yeah, man, they still have a few guys left in NBA free agency. Drummer Boy, tell us who out there do you want to see with a specific team?
Andre Iguodala back with the Warriors. My man, hey,
Back
my
to the
friend,
list.
hey,
Back to the list.
Andre Iguodala with the Golden State Warriors, bro.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, I'm about to say they ain't you pick.
Yeah, it wasn't
I heard
good.
you.
At first.
Right.
But yeah.
But I think he should be never going to retire. Retire there. Won your first championship there, you know what I'm saying? Like,
MVP finals too.
That was a
I
fluke.
ain't trying to y'all.
Man,
He locked down
you
LeBron
just-
though.
You
No,
don't
he did not.
You don't
Yes, he
get
did.
Finals MVP for playing defense,
That
man.
game, that last game.
Bro, that man almost averaged
You
triple
cost the
double
game
on you.
with, the next year when you got blocked. So how you gonna become finals MVP but then the same person you so-called locked down ended everything for y'all? Boy, stop.
Dude, look, Iggy did lock down LeBron
No,
that last game.
the man still averaged 20 some points.
Almost 30.
What you mean?
Somebody go check.
You don't get MVP.
Cause we watched that
You don't
last
get finals
game.
MVP for one game, no one.
That was the last game though.
It don't matter.
That's what you doing.
You won because of
That's
Steph.
right. So for the finals MVP, they don't check for the last game.
I'm not saying
But you
that.
can't
but
win it on
who-
defense.
Exactly.
Well, that's the reason why they gave it to him.
I know that, but that's why we call it a fluke because Steph was averaging 30 throughout the whole finals.
Well, I ain't got nothing to do with
That's
that.
that's the whole argument.
Well, no, I was just saying like he won.
It was irrelevant though. You shouldn't have made that comment because it made no sense.
Wow, you man, shut man.
But
I'm about to go to these stats.
Anyway, he need to go back to them boys, you know, end it there. You know, I think he can still, you know, play his part. You know, coming off the bench, kind of like I don't know who, but shoot it, play a little defense, because he still can be a ball handler. You know what I'm saying? Backup ball handler. Him and Dre together being, you know, them ball handlers will be real cool. So I think him. I don't see nobody else out there that I think would go somewhere.
He actually supposed to meet with the Warriors. I don't know if it's this week or next week.
They should definitely get him.
But that is a possibility, and I like that move. I thought about that one too, because I think how long you been away from Golden State? 1 season, 2 seasons?
Two, because he went with the Heat the year before to championship, to the final. So it had to be 3 years.
He was with them last year, season 2, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
So
2.
2. So you can say 3. Wait.
I think he went directly to Miami from
20,
Golden State.
yeah, because it
So
was 19, they lost to the Raptors. Yeah, you're
So
right.
2, yeah. I think what we've seen the last 2 years, you know, they don't know how to use Iggy. So, you know, of course, he kind of just faded away.
Right.
Going back to Golden State, his second home, you know, where he's comfortable, you know what I'm saying, where I think he got that rapport with the guys over there.
Right.
I think that'll be good for Iggy. But my person is Paul Millsap. I love to see Paul Millsap go to the Warriors. I've heard that interest. They had, you know, some interest in that. I think Paul Millsap would be a good pickup because he can shoot. He can spread the floor. He'd add another shooter, another scorer to this team. When Clay's not on or Steph's not on, you know, Paul Millsap can score from the inside, or he could, you know, bring it out to the 3 and be, you know, a 3-point shooter. And he don't need to start, so you know you can still start Dre, let him come off the bench and be a scoring presence off the bench for him. So I like Paul Millsap to the Golden State Warriors.
He's not consistent though. Look at what he did with the Nuggets, and maybe because they didn't use him.
Right, they didn't
you know,
use him.
but,
They didn't use him as much.
He's
I would
gonna
think.
need to be consistent. If he could, I know he can ball. I know, personally, you know, he can really ball. But
Right.
you know, if they use him right, then yeah,
I like that move.
I think Danny Green should go back to the Lakers. The Lakers, like the Lakers need it. Did I laugh at you?
Man.
Hey, bro.
I'm trying to figure out.
I'm sorry.
What's wrong with you, man?
I'm sorry. My bad. My bad. Hey, it was when he bust out saying, I think that, like, nigga, you confident about Danny Green gonna make the Lakers?
No, I'm just saying that'd be a good choice for the Lakers. Well, for Danny Green, if you want to help out the Lakers if you want to. But I mean, the White went back, so why he can't go back?
Because the way actually can help.
Danny Green can help on
What
defense
he
and
do?
3-point shooting.
Defense, yeah.
And 3-point
He
shooting
been
too.
a good 3-point shooter since the Spurs in 14.
The man could be a good 3-point shooter. this
Okay.
year.
Your
I-
opinion.
yeah.
It's not long, but it's your opinion.
Right.
My bad, dog. My bad, back in the carrot.
What's fun?
That's it.
Yes.
Oh, Danny Green. All right, cool. He didn't expound on that, so what we
Well, I
just-
mean, y'all think different?
No, I mean,
Don't
it
even worry.
wouldn't be a bad move.
Don't even worry about it.
It wouldn't be a bad move because he could, you know. I'll be honest. He was like the year they won the championship. Danny Green was like Joe Harris. He sucked in the playoffs.
Ghost.
Yeah, and so for the regular season, yeah, maybe, but his 3-point shooting is falling off. You know, he like David said, he ain't the same 3-point shooter he used to be. But you can, like I said, you can use him. You know, he'll knock down an open 3 here and there. You know what I'm saying?
Duh, but then Lakers don't have no shooters.
and that's what I'm saying. It's not a bad move, but
They just gotta
you know,
put him in the camp, man, so he can shoot again.
Danny
Learn how to
Green-
shoot again. He don't know how to shoot him.
he ain't.
Well, that's the person that I picked out of.
Yeah, and it's not a bad move. You know what I'm saying? You know,
It has his points and
but
parts.
we just talking about
The
Danny
nigga
Green
just
as a
can't
player.
shoot. He can't shoot. That's all I'm saying. They need to put that nigga in the camp. The same camp they need to send Ben Simmons to. Put that nigga in the camp, let him learn how to
Man,
shoot again.
get off Ben Simmons.
Let that nigga learn how to shoot again.
I'm tired of this. Get off that man. That man had one bad playoff series, and then everybody will jump on this man back. Get
Why?
off
Because of his
that
shooting.
man back for
His
one
shooting was the
playoff
problem.
series.
Because of his shooting.
One playoff series. Y'all need to get off this recency bias.
Yeah, like I said, what?
Recency bias. Like here.
Man, chill out all the big words, bro.
Hey, that nigga got my head hurting, bro. I'm real like.
Okay, so basically, you're biased towards what you last seen. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You're not taking into account his whole career and everything he's done. You're biased towards what you saw last.
I've always been biased on the shooting. He can't shoot.
I mean, he can't shoot.
I never say he couldn't be a playmaker, a good point guard. Nigga can't shoot. I've always said the nigga can't shoot.
But that's not a bust. You called him a bust earlier.
I did call him a bust. I'm gonna continue to call him a bust. It is a bust.
No, it's not.
It is a bust.
He was right there in the conversation for Defensive Player of the Year.
Man,
Probably
I ain't
most
tryna
likely
hit
should
none-
have
I ain't tryna
won.
hit none of that, man.
He wanted the top assist
It's
guy.
my opinion.
I'm just trying to help you
You
out.
ain't gotta help me do nothing. It's my opinion.
I'm trying to get you, you know,
You ain't got to do nothing.
you know.
I know my opinion makes sense to me, and I said the nigga's a bust until he learn how to shoot. That's all too. Moving on.
Man, ain't no bust.
Yeah, I agree too. Man.
Nah, nigga, don't try and put that on me.
Man, we are in the middle of the show. You talking about eyes, man? Come on, man. Stay focused, bro. The Chicago Bulls have signed Lonzo Ball, and they've also added DeMar DeRozan to what's already Zach LaVine and Nikola Vucevic.
Who was that? Who was the fool that dog? I mean, I got the picture right here. Who was that? Who was that kid? Who was this? Is that Chris?
I don't know him. But yeah. How do you think? What do you think about this Miami? Not Miami Heat, Chicago Bulls team.
It'll be better than last year. They got scores, and they ain't got to just rely on Zach LaVine. They also need to sign back. I mean, re-sign that dude, that folk, that white boy.
Lauren Markkinen.
Yeah, he could stretch the floor out, space the floor out.
Yeah, he's in the free agent list. I forgot about it.
Unrestricted.
He should go to the Warriors. Dude, the Warriors need absolute every shooter in the world. Cause them niggas, you add more shooters to them boys. That's go ahead. That's ridiculous.
They need to get Harrison Bourne back.
Shut up.
I feel like they, cause they really need a three.
I think
I
I'll
can
tell you.
agree with you.
I'll tell you Wiggins over Barnes at this stage in their career.
You never know, man.
I'll keep
maybe,
Wiggins
Maybe,
over
maybe
Barnes.
it's the same thing like you said with Millsap. Maybe they weren't using Barnes the right way. You know, maybe he's not meant to be that leader. He a role player. He just he,
But his
he
game,
was a
his
system.
game developed ever since he
Well,
left.
let me say this. I would like to wait and see Wiggins with Stephen Clay. Like Wiggins was the second best player on that team last year.
Right.
But now you move him as the third best player. I think
Less pressure.
less pressure, less you're asking him to do.
Right.
He could play freely, you know what I'm saying? Wiggins, he was a top pick, but he hasn't played like he was a top pick. I won't call him a complete bust, but he's underperformed from a number one pick, you know what I'm saying? And so you saw that in Minnesota when he was with the Timberwolves. He's not a top player. He has to be like second, third best player on the team for him to be his best. And you saw that when he played with Steph. Him being the second best player, he played a whole lot better than he had previously. Now you move him, down one more spot behind Clay. I think, I think Wiggins is gonna have a good season. I think he'll fit well alongside Clay and Steph, cause he can slash. You know what I'm saying? He can. That's what he can be a cutter on this team,
Right.
with Clay and Steph, and I think that's what they need from him. Cause Clay is gonna demand a double team, Steph is gonna demand a double team. So all they got to do is move without the ball, and Steph and Clay gonna find you. Or if not, they're gonna kick it to Dre, and Dre gonna find you. So I like to see him. I like to see what he does with this team first. But as far as the Bulls move, they'll make the playoffs this season, like those boys said. They didn't last season. I don't think DeRozan should have went to Chicago. I just don't see how that fit. I don't.
So what you putting in?
I don't.
They wouldn't have the Clippers, huh?
You want me to be honest?
Yeah.
DeRozan is a great player, but I don't see where he fits nowhere in the league.
Okay. Hey, I'm glad. I'm glad we agree, bro. I'm glad we agree.
I don't see what team he fits with anywhere.
But you know what? I agree to a certain extent. I would say as a starter, he fits in nobody's lineup. To me, he's undersized as a 3. He's a little small as a 2. You know what I'm saying? You know, because now the 2s are kind of stouty. You don't have enough ball handles to be the 1. He's a
They call it a tweener.
that, but he's almost a downgraded, upgraded version of a Jamal Crawford. He could be a 6-man. He can come in, give you some good buckets, and sit down. I don't see him, like you said, in all 30 teams. No, he don't fit as a starter. To me, you could put the lineup pictures and everything together. It still don't look right. Now that you saw the picture of the Bulls as a 3, and I get why they had to do it, but it don't look right. You know what I'm saying? So now he about to get barbecue chicken all night.
So I mean, they gonna be a solid team. They'll make the playoffs.
They're gonna be 8, 7. You know, or if
You
they're
know.
doing their playing stuff, they might be able to
It's
play
back.
in.
It's
Or
back,
yeah,
so-
they definitely have to play in. They ain't getting 8. They have to play in for it.
They'll make the play-in tournament.
Right.
But I don't see him doing no better than that. I mean, Lonzo, he alright.
Injury prone though.
Yeah. Be honest, it's still gonna be on Zach LaVine. I mean, DeMar DeRozan will take a little pressure
That's
off
his
of him.
team, man.
But
At least he got a true big.
he got a true big
You know?
and a true point guard, so
Right.
it may make life a little easier.
I think, and I'm just talking fast break now. Seeing Lonzo and Zach LaVine on that fast break,
Oh,
that's
that's
gonna be
gonna be
fun to
nasty.
watch.
That's
That's
gonna be
gonna be
nasty.
fun to watch. I'm being honest with you, bro. Like, you know,
Yeah, that's gonna be a nice 2-man game. I like that. I like that.
get to the big topic.
Big
I like
topic,
the
man.
big topic,
Everybody trying to get to this one. The Miami Heat have upgraded
Hey, bro.
their
Hey.
roster.
Hey.
They have brought in Kyle Lowry
Dog.
to be with Jimmy Butler.
Dog.
They re-signed Duncan Robinson. Of course, Bam Adebayo
Dog.
is still there. And they have added NBA
Jeez,
champion
dog.
PJ Tucker to the roster. They have completely redone that roster.
Who they got playing at 3?
They got Jimmy Butler.
Oh, Jimmy Butler and Victor.
They
The
hold-
Victor Oladipo
they
is
hold
coming back as well.
Starting
Yeah.
five. You let me go.
Good.
Okay. They whole starting 5 are dogs, bro. I mean, I haven't seen Victor in that mindset, but I know Kyle Lowry will get down with it.
Mm-hmm.
We've seen PJ Tucker lock down the best, well, not lock, but make them niggas
Play
work.
good
You know what I'm
defense,
saying?
yeah, yeah.
Bam is a straight dog, and Jimmy Butler just a fighter. You know what I'm saying? So you add that, and with your bench, Duncan Robinson, I like that dude. That nigga, he can shoot. He a good shooter.
Tyler
you know
Hero,
what I'm saying?
too.
Tyler, he's still up?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I don't know if the big Orlando still there for big. What else? I don't know.
He
who
just
the big
signed
is
somewhere
or
else.
like that.
Tyler
I think
Hero,
he signed in Detroit, if I'm not mistaken.
But I want to see them against the Bulls, the Bucks, the Nets. Like I want to see them play them top East teams. You know what I'm saying? Because they gonna match up, bro. Like that's gonna be amazing. Why I can't wait for that. Also to play them on 2K. Just put that out there. But like I can't wait to see them balls together. Hopefully everybody stay healthy and they can really link in. They gonna be alright. Top 3 in the East. I'm
Yes.
pulling for that.
So before I get to Doughboy, let us know if y'all like to see us play a game with 2K22 when it comes out. We can do a special episode. Let y'all get a inside look at our 2K game.
Already, baby. Read it all.
Yeah, now that game,
Put your headphones
Don't
in.
want no Saints to watch.
Saints of God, please, ma'am, please,
I ain't
sir,
got no filter. I be getting mad.
do not watch that episode.
Snowball be sucking it up, man.
If you,
Nigga, that's you be getting blocks and
You right.
technical
I
foul.
be getting them blocked.
No,
man.
you be
I
getting
them
blocked.
man.
And 3 seconds in a
Okay.
violation.
Cause y'all need to
The
get
3
feed the
second
ball.
violations
Hey,
be
feed
killing us,
me the
dog.
ball. How about that?
Them 3 second violations be killing,
Feed me
man.
the ball.
So yeah, that's when we come down. So if you one of them judgmental saints, don't watch that episode. But that's in season 2. That's in season 2. But for now, how you feel about that Miami team?
I feel like they gonna really be better than they ever been. My only worry is I hope they can click. You got Jimmy Butler, Victor Oladipo, Lonzo Ball. You know, all them people.
Damn, Alonzo Ball, man.
Not Lonzo Ball, Kyle Lowry.
Kyle Lowry,
Yeah. I just hope that they could click, cause you know they can play their part and still win the game.
And I think that's the reason why they gonna click, because they all know their part. None of them on that team except maybe Jimmy Butler and Victor were stars on their team. And we've seen, did Victor and Jimmy play together before?
Victor was hurt,
But they were on the
for
same
a good
team.
part of the
So,
season.
you know they got a chemistry, you know what I'm saying? They know each other role. Kyle Lowry gonna do what he do best. He gonna facilitate, shoot, play defense. He's not looking to score 30, you know what I'm saying?
But he can.
But he can, you know what I'm
needs
saying? Everybody can. They just, I think they gonna be
Then they
the
got offense and defense.
I think they gonna be the best team to come together. Will they win it all? Probably not. But come together the fastest, I think they the best, because you ain't got no egos over there.
Definitely one of the best defensive teams for sure.
Who Jimmy had last year?
For what?
For 20, because he wasn't the best player on the team. Somebody was the best player. Who was the best player on that team when they played the Lakers that year?
Goran Dragic.
Okay, so you see how he stepped back, but he played defense, scored when he needs. So like they all know their role, man. So you add other players with that know their role, man. They're gonna be the best to come together. You know what I'm saying? And win a couple games, top 3 for sure.
This nigga whispered something in my ear. What? Stop what?
So yeah, we bet the Heat are gonna be a fun team this year.
What I was doing? No, my hole, y'all. That's a bird. My earring hole, dude.
Oh man, we got to leave this in the video. We gonna leave that just for y'all to laugh at, man. We be having fun on set. We be having fun on set. Man, that's another episode 7. We are today, Wednesday. We're 3 days into NBA free agency, man. There's still a lot left that can happen, from trades, more people getting signed. Kawhi Leonard did decline his option. He hasn't yet re-signed with the Clippers, although day 1 it was reported that he was listening to other teams, but we all expect him to go back to the Clippers. So there's still a lot left to play out in this free agency. So we'll be back again next week, kind of break down all the new moves that's happened between now and then. We're gonna talk a little football. That boy Patrick Mahomes.
Bondage.
That's it.
We'll talk about his contract, cause he has a.
Just don't tell it. Just
Yeah, we'll talk about it next week. And so yeah, we gonna talk to you guys next week.
You know how teams own their players?
They
They really own that nigga, dog. Like, for real. Out here, so like.
That nigga's own. That nigga's like he got boot on him. Like he has nowhere to go.
We gonna save it for next week.
All right, okay.
That's our time for this week.
Man.
We go. Yeah, Patrick Mahomes. Some of y'all already know what we're talking about because it happened. I don't know, the last season before, but we never talked about it here or together. So we're gonna talk about Patrick Mahomes next week and some other things. We probably get y'all a couple serious topics outside of sports next week as well. Because we advertised that. We told y'all we was going to talk about mental health. We're going to talk about God and a whole lot more. So we don't want y'all to just think every week is going to be sports. So we're going to make some other topics, try to make some other topics in there for you guys next week. But until then, y'all know the deal. Like, subscribe, comment, share, do all those great things. That squeaky noise out here is Mark 1K making all that noise, but hey, that's the man that's doing the editing of the video. He might be able to keep that out, might not. If not, it don't matter. That's the end of the show. Y'all remember what we like to say. Keep your head up.
Why you didn't tell me y'all saying that?
I just wanted to make. I thought I was gonna make him mad when I said that. That's what I said.
Why would I be mad?
I thought that's my line. That's my line.
All right.
Next time.
1, 2, 3.
Keep your head up.
Keep your head. Ooh.
You said it on beat like 1, 2, 3.
We was about
Keep
to,
your
we're not
head.
gonna sing it. You the only one up here that sang. We not gonna. We
I
not
was about
gonna
to sing the song.
We
bro.
not gonna sing it.
My bad. So we gonna do it again?
Yes.
Y'all got y'all left hand or y'all right hand?
Right
Right
hand.
hand.
Two fingers or together?
Right hand.
Right hand.
You
All right.
already got the wrong hand.
You ready?
Come on, Marco, okay, cause we gonna shut it off after this. All
The
right.
camera still on?
Yeah, they still rolling, man. We gonna leave it in there. We raw and uncut.
We done messed up so many times today.
They still listening too. We still got them there. So we're not singing. You understand?
So is it 1, 2, 3? Keep your head up. Or is it 1, 2, 3? Keep your head up.
You still trying to sing it? We're not singing. This ain't quartet. This ain't praise and worship. You ain't talking.
All right. Keep your head up. All right.
Yeah, that's it.
Let's go. All right, my bad. Let's go.
All right. The outro again. Like, subscribe, comment, share the video, and as always, man, 1, 2, 3. Keep your head up. See y'all next week.